And if we're Christians, what is an image bearer of God? What does it mean to be made in God's image?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the through lines. It's easy to miss in a story like this, or stories like this. We start to think about werewolves, and we just think of spooky stories, or Professor Lupin, or
Who was like probably coolest werewolf of all time.
Probably. Probably. And it's easy for us not to take the next steps of thought and actually examine the phenomenon and say, why is this an actual real instinct that these stories really should warn us against? I think of passages in Scripture, like even when Paul is speaking to Titus about the Cretans, and he even calls them beasts.
Yeah.
In fact, Paul does this the Scriptures in general, Paul in particular, several times uses the language of becoming like a beast to describe a person who is so given to sin that it's like they're forswearing or forsaking their humanity. They're being made in the likeness of God, and they're embracing the lowliness of a lesser thing. They're becoming beastly, where they're just driven by their carnal hungers and desires, and they're driven by just this pure instinct, and they've lowered themselves. Lewis does this as well, obviously, in the Chronicles of Narnia, where he talks about that Aslan makes the talking beasts, and then, which is, by the way, why our record label at New Christian Press is called Talking Beast.
I was going to say, I love how you say "our" as if
it's just
if I'm involved in it, or anyone else apart from you.
But what happens is that there's especially in the last battle,